What do you think the future of learning will look like? Will everything in a classroom, from pencils and paper to whiteboards, be transformed into interactive computers? What kind of assessment tools will we use in the future? What I really want you to think about is what kind of change is coming. Hi, my name is Peter Wilkerson, and together we are going to explore what the future of learning will look like. Learning has taken a turn for the better over the last several years, and it continues to as we look into the future. Learning agents will help shape the future of learning by contributing to the expansion of education. A learning journey mentor is one of the agents that will help create the future. A learning journey mentor is someone who facilitates learners on a path to success, but not necessarily the same path for everyone. Some people think that there's only one correct answer or one correct path, but a learning journey mentor encourages learners to explore the question and develop knowledge that is more suited for each learner. Learning journey mentors help learners find inspiration by framing questions that interest the learners and also by modeling how to think about questions and how to expand on those questions. A lot of classrooms have already started looking at, and some of them are even using these student-centered models of learning and teaching. This includes things like flipped classrooms and project-based learning and inquiry-based learning, as well as many more that are just now emerging. A very important tool that is being used by learning journey mentors as well as the learners themselves is Open Educational Resources, or OER. OERs provide a lot of free resources that teachers and students have access to. They can share ideas and projects and lessons, and this kind of builds a community and it encourages collaboration. Another kind of agent used for the future of learning is the learning fitness instructor. This is someone who trains the brain in order to create a smarter learning lifestyle. Learning fitness instructors enlighten learners about the brain, how you think in different ways, and how the brain gets distracted or tired. Training the brain is very similar to training the body. For example, when you train your body, you might consider things like your diet or your sleep habits, stretching, meditation, and your exercise. And like a muscle, you must train the brain in the best way possible. Some resources that learning fitness instructors use are things like software games and mobile apps, and these can improve your brain activity and they can decrease distractions and they can moderate your emotions. Luminosity is a great website that helps train the brain, and it uses cognitive games, and this develops your memory, your train of thought, and other higher forms of thinking. Our third agent for the future of learning is an assessment designer. The purpose of an assessment designer is to develop ways to describe and evaluate the performance of a learner in new learning environments. While education is rapidly changing, we are seeing more and more emerging technology, and it only makes sense that our forms of assessment change with it. Assessments should be performance-based and easily understood by both the teacher and the student. One easy form of assessment that is becoming more popular is portfolios. They display the student's progress, achievements, and goals, and it's very easy for anyone to look at this portfolio and discover the accomplishments of that student. Community intelligence cartographers play an important role in developing resource webs that strengthen learning ecosystems. Basically, this person maps out learning resources, where to find them, and how to use them. A community intelligence cartographer makes layers, such as a formal learning layer, which includes school data and learning centers, an informal learning layer, like libraries and museums, a health layer, such as health outcomes and safety, and a technology layer, such as Wi-Fi access and community tech centers. The purpose of these maps is to share the information with schools and communities. Anyone can contribute to one of these maps, so collaboration is promoted. Social media, augmented reality, and mobile technology are tools that can amplify learning commons. Eduvators combine education and innovation. As our education system advances, our students are becoming great innovators. An eduvator organizes and supports innovation teams that develop new ideas and gets them ready to launch and eventually implement. These teams use rapid prototyping and design processes to identify innovations that improve a learner's experience and performance outcome. The eduvator also provides collaborative mentoring and peer support. One of the more difficult processes that an eduvator deals with is trying to find funding for a team. The way people look at education is getting better, so startups for the innovation teams are beginning to gain more influence. These learning agents are the educators of tomorrow, and they will help learners navigate in the new world of learning. They have more specialized skills that apply inside and outside of the classroom. Well, you now know what the future of learning looks like. These are the resources I used for the creation of this presentation. Thank you.